question is really sad to present. How can we deal with the Khawarij in his country? I don't have to say in what country, but I guess I already said it. So here is the point. First, many people do not know what Khawarij is. Khawarij is plural of Khariji, the person who exceeds the limit or exits or goes beyond the boundaries. And the Prophet ﷺ predicted such sect. And it's really amazing how he described them. He described them as, when it comes to worship, they're very active in worship, more than anybody else. He said that one of you will belittle his prayers compared to their prayers, will belittle his worship if he compares his worship to any of them. But guess what? يخرجون من الإسلام كما يخرج السهم من الرمية. They exit out of Islam as fast as an arrow leaves its bow. It's like that. Subhanallah. So they contradict the concept of belief in Islam. And I would just like to share with you some of their belief. For instance, number one, and how this developed, it developed at the time of the trial and the fitna between the two great Imams, Ali radiallahu anh and Muawiyah. And Al-Khawarij actually repelled against Ali in the beginning. So after they used to fight along with him, they considered him a kafir, then they considered Ali as a Muawiyah as a kafir, and so on. So Ali ibn Abi Talib radiallahu anhu appointed and delegated to them Abdullah ibn Abbas, the Prophet's cousin. He was very intelligent, Turjuman al-Quran. He went to their neighborhood and he discussed with them, and subhanallah, he defeated them. He utterly defeated them by answering 3 questions and 3 objections. And he took more than half of them, almost 2,000 or more. They came back to their senses and enter into the folds of Islam again. So dialogue is very, very important if you're asking how to deal with them. But sometimes these guys, I don't know whether they are Khawarij or not. I'm going to present some bullet points and major signs with which you will be able to recognize whether these guys are Khawarij or not. For instance, number one, they consider the person, a Muslim who indulges into a major sin, they consider him a kafir. And they say he shall reside eternally in the fire of hell. Number two, they deny the concept of shafa'ah, which as the mainstream of the Ummah, we believe that the shafa'ah was given as an honor to the Prophet ﷺ, and he will be the first shafi'ah on the Day of Judgment. And that will take them to deny most of the Sunnah, of course. They consider Ali and Uthman and many other companions as disbelievers. When it comes to the concept of the hereafter, they deny that there will be something called Sirat on the back of Jahannam, and they deny this concept completely, as-Sirat, which will be over Jahannam. Also, they have a problem with many of the traits and attributes of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So they deny them entirely, despite the fact that they have been stated and affirmed to Allah by Allah in the Quran. So when you look at that, you find it easy for them to judge others as kuffar. And they would believe that the only believers are they themselves. That's why they will not hang around with the Muslim Ummah. They will not pray in their masajid. They consider themselves as the absolute Muslims, and everybody else is a kafir. So they would only pray with their leaders and so on.